But good morning, good evening, good afternoon, or whenever you're watching me right now. My name is Jay Luke, the owner and operator of the Passionate Network, where we amplify the voices, elevate the culture, and champion the musician. We have another one, Passion Crew. And so I'm going to go ahead and get started. Today we have a dynamic mover and shaker in the community at Scarborough. He transformed a small band program into a large ensemble, captivating audiences and embodying the school spirit. He brought musical talent and a dedication to urban arts, empowering youth through music. He is a Grammy Award-winning band director and mission-driven educator with over a decade of experience in Title I schools. He founded the Texas Supremacy of Music and Arts Conservatory, a nonprofit that fosters a love for urban arts among young people, offering opportunities they may not otherwise have. TesMac empowers over 1,500 underserved students annually with HBCU-inspired arts education, providing free access to music, dance, and show-style marching band training that builds cultural pride and sparks innovation. TesMac launched the Art of Resilience program, bringing music, dance, and storytelling into youth treatment centers with support from the Gucci Changemakers Impact Fund, helping young people find healing and self-expression through art. From Capitol High in Baton Rouge to his work at Scarborough and with TesMac, he demonstrates the power of music to change lives. His journey reflects the belief that all children deserve access to the arts, regardless of their circumstances. With passion, leadership, and a strong foundation, success is achievable. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. William Allen.
Man, thank you, man.
Yeah.
Wow, that was, man, now looking back at it, I'm like, wow, that all happened?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like, yeah, passion.
Yeah.
That's what passion and purpose.
Absolutely.
That's what made it all possible.
Yeah, man. So I want to go ahead and get it started way from the beginning. So a lot of people don't know, I met this man in Houston ISD. Now, for me, he had been teaching prior to, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So for me, that was, I want to say, my 5th year teaching.
2015 when I came to Houston ISD.
Yeah, so that was my 5th year teaching. And so we met each other at the convocation at HISD. He was starting at Scarborough and I was at Forest Brook Middle School at the time. And from there, I've just had, ultimate connections with him. We've talked back and forth every now and then, but I've actually watched his trajectory from Scarborough coming over to the Dallas area and then him creating TesMac. So tell us your story.
Well, where you want to start? You want to start from?
Well, I don't want to start from when you came out the womb. I know we don't want to start there. But matter of fact, let's just tell us your story and your journey in music.
Journey in music. Okay. Let's see. Let's start 1998.
All right.
1998, 6th grade, Marque Middle School. That's when I started beginning band. And so that summertime, I had to choose an instrument. I wanted to actually play the saxophone. But my mother, she couldn't afford. Single mom of 3. And so she couldn't afford a saxophone. So she told me to choose another instrument. So I said, I'll go with the trumpet. So got the trumpet. And little did I know, that 12-year-old kid from a small country town, Marque, Texas, playing the trumpet would take me around the world and create a lot of impact for not just the youth and communities, but for the culture. And so I didn't know that God was setting my story in 1998 to where I am in 2025, as far as just making change, going against the grain, looking out for not just our people, but for everybody, So every time I go to different schools, so my first start off was at Amite High School in 2012. Another small country town, about 24 kids, but built that program up to about 48, and those kids had heart, and I just saw the impact. And little did I know, like, once those doors closed, because I always worked under great directors like Derek Walker or Javon Pollard or Kedrick Taylor, like, they would be getting on me when I first started, as far as being a band director. So at the time, I was an intern. Through those years, I did my 4 years at Southern University in the Human Jukebox, and then learning from them as far as those summers with Louisiana Sounds of Dynamite before, it really blew up. It was like East Feliciana and West Feliciana put together, like Clinton and Jackson High School, and then we just started taking over Baton Rouge and became, what it was back then. But now just working under them and understanding like the methods and the concepts of being a band director. And so what I did have to understand was, in order to be a band director, I had to surround myself with band directors.
Absolutely.
And then eventually, what happened? I graduated and became a band director. But when those doors closed and I didn't have Mr. Walker or Mr. Taylor or Mr. Pollard, even my crowd brother, Cedric Todd, it was like, okay, here we go. And all the parents and all the kids looking at me like, okay, let's get it started. Okay, horns up. So from then on, my journey continued from Amite High School to Capitol High School, where I spent 2 years out there. Now, mind you, Capitol High School didn't have a program at the time, and that was 2013. They had a drum line as far as the instruments, but no band. So I had to start off with 0 band members and some drums. So I had to, one, recruit band members, get the kids. I think the enrollment was like 350 kids at Capitol High School in the Recovery School District. And so I had to like bring kids in and make them believe that there will be a program without no instruments, without nothing, no stands, no anything. And so, of course, I went to the Recovery School District to ask for, hey, these are the things that I need to get this program started. And there was a Struma High School that was under the Recovery School District before Mr. Pollard left. And they say, hey, y'all can take the instruments there and just build. And so just building and understanding that a lot of people think that seeing is believing, but if you're a man of faith, believing is seeing. And so just with the community and the youth and the school district believing in me, and I'm believing in the program, and the kids believing, we built something great that was magical. After that, my journey came back home to Texas with HISD, and it was a couple of offerings I had as far as with HISD. I took Scarborough High School, and so people thought I was a fool. They was like, Scarborough ain't had a band since Kunta Kinte, and
listen,
there was no...
I grew up in the city. I grew up in Houston. I ain't never heard of no Scarborough.
Right.
So when you said you was going to Scarborough, I was like, what's the Scarborough? That's a school? Like,
right. And so like that program, when I got there, they had about 9 students in the program. I was like, okay, it's another same thing. Just keep building. So just recruiting and telling the kids, hey, come join the band program. And so they mindset of the school climate, it was like, doing no band. What am I do for band? Like, I got to stay after school too?
Yeah.
No, I got to play, the PS4, at that time. So it was a challenge. But like I said, a man of faith. I had to believe that this was going to manifest and be what it was going to be, and have the students believe, and the administration and the parents believe. Now, mind you, going to school, I didn't learn none of this stuff.
None of it.
I learned as far as sight singing, ear training, playing the piano, the different instruments, woodwind. I could play all the instruments because I have to teach it, but nobody told me I had to be a politician. Nobody told me I had to be the banker or the financial advisor for the program for what's best for the students, or coming up to be a business person or a spokesman for or advocate for your program. Like, where does that come from?
Do you think that and I don't want to stop you because there's a lot of things that you said right now that I actually want to go back and talk about. But the first thing I actually want to ask you while you're talking about this is, do you think that we're failing our music educators because we're not preparing them when they step out of the room for these particular events, situations like that?
I don't think we're failing our music educators. I think that we should explore the reality, because we prepare our music educators for the perfect scenario, for the perfect world. But
even our tests are made like that.
Our tests are made exactly like that. But I think that I think it's called field study, where students or the seniors in their program, they actually need to go to those underserved in those inner city schools that have lack of resources, like anything like that. So I think, and it also plays a part 50-50. Yes, we should be exposed to that, but also we got to be hungry for it too as well. We have to go search for it. It's not going to lay in our lap. It's like, oh, here's all the things that you need as far as working at an underserved school or inner city school or lack of resources. No, you got to go out there and get it. You got to go search for that knowledge. And like, you pray for that knowledge. You pray for that wisdom. It may not come the way how you want it, that God sends it to you, because sometimes he will put you in a situation to where you'll have to gain that wisdom.
Yeah, you gotta go get it. Yeah. Yeah, he'll put you in nothing and he'll be like, all right, all right, you said you wanted it, right? All right, here it is. Go figure it out.
Yeah. And so like I don't believe that the when it comes to our music educators that are out there in the realm of the band director scene, I don't think they're failing to actually learn it. This is part of their journey. So we can't stop what's for them or what's in place for them. We have to let them embrace to see what it is and then be creative, because our God is a God of creation. We were created in his image as creators to create things and makers to make things. And so for us to go out there and be creative in the space of a purpose that God has given for us, it'll allow us to not only gain wisdom but also a spirit of discernment and grow from there.
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna backtrack a little bit more, because you named 3 people right now that you were under. Derek Walker, Kedrick Taylor, and Javon Pollard.
Can I correct you real quick?
Go ahead.
So it's Dr. Walker.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Dr. Taylor.
There you go. And Dr. Pollard. There you go.
And
there
I'm
you
Dr.
go.
Allen.
There you go. There you go. So what is it like? First of all, you were able to be taught by them, right? What has it been like being able to see where they are now in their journey, and you've seen them from, you being a younger person to now?
Man, it's God does wonders.
Yeah.
God does wonders. And knowing these cats for over 20 years. Now, mind you, Dr. Javon and Dr. Ked were my section leaders. I was a freshman, and they were seniors in the band, all in the trumpet section. So I've been knowing them a long time.
Yeah.
A long time. And to see them where they were, especially Mr. Walker. Mr. Walker, he's older than us, but he's been through so much.
Yes.
But he's been having so much success. Everything he touches, regardless if it's a small 24-piece band to now where he's at Cedar Hill as the fine arts director, to oversee everything when it comes to the arts of a suburban school district. So
absolutely,
just to see the growth and then the testimonies that they have, because people always see, the accolades and everything that the awards and the product of what they put out, but nobody really knows the background, like stories of what they have to endure to be that person for those positions, to be able to be consistent. And so, like, I'm proud of all of them. I'm proud of all the directors that's out there, regardless of where you come from, PWI, HBCU. I'm proud of everybody. But those 3, they really pushed me to be who I am, because I'm telling you, they ain't no easy teachers. Oh, they will call you Pooh in a minute and take your Pooh band and so with. But the thing what I love about them, they will talk down on you, but be like, okay, this is what you need to do to fix it. So after they got out, what they, being transparent about what's going on and telling you the truth. And a lot of times, our younger generation don't like to hear.
They don't like to hear it. They think you're hating.
Yeah, they think you're hating.
You straight up hater right at the beginning, off top.
Right. They think you're hating on them and all that, but wisdom teaches us. God give us 2 ears and 1 mouth, because he wants us to listen twice as much as we speak. And so, young whippersnappers, listen to the old heads. They not hating on you. They want to see you strive, because we're all in the same fight.
Absolutely.
We are not on the island. We all love the culture. We all love music. We all love teaching. We all love impacting people. Work together, my people. Work together. But back to
a PSA if y'all didn't realize that. So you got your doctorate in divinity, right?
I got my doctorate at Main Sea Christian University.
Got you. Okay, I got you. Okay, go ahead. My bad. I just wanted to ask that question.
Christian leadership and management.
Yeah.
Y'all see it's working, huh?
Yeah, absolutely.
Ooh, I had to study. So, like, it's just with those 3 guys, I'm proud of them. I love what they're doing. I love the magnitude that they took it, because we were just all guys in our 20s just trying to make it, like who has a better band, but like, that's for the people to see. But behind closed doors, man, we on Mondays go to Pluckers and then talk about, what's going on in our programs, how we can do to fix it. But everybody don't see that side. Everybody don't see us chilling and kicking it. But when it comes to the cameras and everything rolling, oh yeah, we about to bash on you, we about to smash on you. So it's all about the love as far as what we do that keeps us connected, and then the culture that puts us together and bind us together, because we know what it did for us, and we know what it can do for thousands and hundreds of thousands of people.
Absolutely. And Pluckers is not good, by the way. I just wanted to put it out there. Listen, I'm a wing connoisseur.
There we go. There we go.
I love wings.
Uh-huh.
Pluckers is overrated. I just wanted to put that out there. I'm not hating on your business like that.
Oh,
A lot of people love pluggers, but I mean, you could have chose a better place to congregate at. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
It was cool. You know, we were
college days.
Right, college days, the camaraderie of just like brothers getting together, eating some wings and watching sports.
Absolutely,
and then,
absolutely.
You know, just kicking it.
Yeah, you could have went to Hooters for that. Just saying.
Was it Hooters in Baton Rouge? I think it was was it a Hooters at the time?
Uh-oh.
I don't think it was a Hooters at the time in Baton Rouge.
Yeah, y'all missed out. I mean, I ain't gonna say that Hooters was just like top notch, but I mean, in comparison, it's
Hooters.
But you know, hey, undergrad, I get it.
On a budget.
Yeah, on a budget. We make
on a teacher salary budget.
Yeah.
Y'all know Louisiana, the salaries ain't 70, 50,
man,
50,000, 80,000, man. Well, can I say this? My first salary as a teacher was $41,000 at A Mead High School. I thought I was doing something. You know, at 24 years old, I was like, I got to sap $41,000. Yeah, get that money. So I thought I was doing something, but man, taxes coming out, you ain't got no kids, and
that's why you decided to come back home.
Yeah.
That Texas salary is a lot different.
Yeah, it's a lot different. Yep.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right.
So you so you went to Capitol. How did you get from Capitol to Scarborough? Like you went from Capitol, you came to Texas, you had the different offers, so on and so forth, and then you got to Scarborough. And then when you got to Scarborough, what was that whole situation like? Like, so you started what you said 8, right? 9. Mm-hmm. So what was the building process look like? What did that look like? Building process.
The building process. So band camp, I had those 9 kids. I had 1 snare drummer, a bass, no tubas, no flutes. I know I had 1 clarinet, maybe 3 trumpets. I think that was all, and a trombone. That was it. So just I had to like redo my arrangements. As far as like I gotta accommodate, and also with the arrangements, make kids feel comfortable playing it. You
can't put an arrangement in front of kids, and I keep saying this for all these young band directors out there, all young arrangers. You cannot put an arrangement that was meant for 280 people in a band of 9 and 12, and it doesn't work. You have to rearrange it. You have to. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
You have to rearrange it. They don't teach you that in school too.
Yeah.
But you have to rearrange your pieces. And if you're not an arranger, go ask for help. You know how many people arrange music? Like those college kids, they looking for some way to put themselves out there, like open your doors up. And then like you got some veteran band directors, they got old music like they use. Or if you got a little money on the side, with you gigging, whatever you do on the side outside of band director, go to JW Pepper, see what they have. Like it's okay.
Flex arrangements.
Right. It's okay to have a simple array. It's okay. You're in the building process. You want the kids to enjoy what they do. You want to make them feel confident as far as them learning and playing. Your job is to make sure you enlighten those students. Not self-ego, but to enlighten who you're in front of. That's the main thing. And then you build, and then you build, and then you build. Don't build your foundation on sand, because guess what? When it rains,
Listen, we gonna bring an organ in here at some point.
Oh man, yeah.
The Hammond B3 is gonna be rolled in here in a second. I'm telling you.
Yeah. And so like just with Scarborough with those students, once school started, I took those kids like freshman orientation, parent night, all that. I'm like, hey, how you gonna pay for school? Join the program. We can help you pay for school, get a band scholarship.
There you go.
And they're like, I didn't know you get a band scholarship. So now you're giving information out to that community that didn't even exist. And so parents want to give it a try, and then also make yourself look presentable. Yeah. Like if you're going to be in business, because as a band director, it's still a business, regardless how you look at it. Some people may look at it as a job. Some people look at it as like, you just wave your hands on top of the podium and they just follow. It's actually it's a business. You have to run it as a business. So if you're going out there recruiting, make sure that you're presentable, like dress for success, because if they see you as the role model for your program, they're going to believe in you because of how the standards and of excellence, how you set yourself up, because they want to see their kids the same way you know, so make sure you're presentable, haircut, a nice, you know, you don't have to get no blazer or anything like that, but like at least have a button down or something, smell good a little bit. And so, because some of the parents, they like, well, he looks like a great guy. You know, he looks like he knows what he's doing. He's not coming up here with ripped jeans or holes in the shirt, nothing like that. And smell like weed. Can I say that?
Yeah, you good. You good.
You know, so, or you have alcohol breath. So, yeah, I'm gonna trust my kid with him.
With this guy, yeah.
And so, like, you have to think about it in that position. And then going to those PTAs, those parent nights, those freshman orientation, it recruited me a lot of kids. So that first year, 2015, we ended up with about 32 students from 9. And then I started exposing them to the different colleges so they can understand, like, where is the goal or where we're going.
That's it. That's how you do it.
And then after that, and shout out to Kevin Black, he was a big help when he was at Sam Houston High School as far as helping me build up Scarborough High School, because not only the kids were looking at the colleges, they need to know and understand, like, kids at their age in their area can be great as well. So Sam Houston, they were a good band program outside in Houston. And so me going over there to Sam Houston, bringing my kids, and at one point in time, we called it Sambro. Combination of Sam Houston and Scarborough. So Sambro, we had that going on, and my kids got better because they were getting exposed to, like,
exposure,
different musicians, and understanding, like, I know I can do that on my horn. You can do that. Let me how you do that. And so they build that camaraderie, they build that friendship, and then also now when both bands see each other, it's like that love hate, like, oh, I know you, but I'm about to smash on you.
Yeah, we about to smash on you. We don't like you now.
Yeah.
Now, when the game is over, we good. But across this field, oh yeah, you getting this work. Yeah.
And then so we just started growing from there. And then after that, people started seeing, like, in the community, like, wow, this program is growing. Even the mayor, Sylvester Turner, rest in peace to him. He came and supported our band banquet the first year and came and spoke to our kids. And so, like, the parents was like, oh, Mr. Allen, he's really doing what he needs to do to build this program up. He got the kids invested. He have the parents invested. He has the community invested. And now he's having the city of Houston starting to look eyes on the program. So the next year, 2016, you know, we didn't jump from 32 now to 48. And so I'm like, oh, it's a big band.
Yeah.
So, like, but the finances wasn't there. So nor were the uniforms wasn't there.
That's when the struggle happens.
It was the struggle, but it was a good problem.
It's a good problem. Yeah.
It was a good problem. So when the administration started seeing the program growing, and, like, some of the kids on the field, they had a tuba. I think it had 6 tubas that year. One didn't have a bell on it, and some of the stuff, you know, the instruments, they was missing some things. It was like, why the instruments look like that? I was like, well, when I got here, we only had this amount of instruments, and so they was like, okay, let's see what we can try to do to get some instruments. So, you know, we got a few instruments that came in, but I think that was the year, or it was 2017 when that hurricane happened. And then so it was actually a foundation that's been watching us. I didn't know. You never know.
You never know who's looking at you.
They saw the growth. They knew about the hurricane. They reached out to me. They wanted to know how can they support. So I was like, man, everything damaged. I took pictures of old instruments that were, you know, damaged.
Mildew, all that kind of stuff.
All that. I was like, we didn't have no budget for repair because they ain't teach that at school either. Like, as far as their repair budget. Like, I was thankful at Dallas ISD that I did have something. I was like, oh, y'all blessed.
Oh yeah.
The repair budget.
Yeah, over in Dallas ISD, I can tell you there was a lot of blessings that I did not have previously.
Right. Yeah. But it made us stronger in HISD to put, like, so once we got it, it was like, oh, that was just the lanyard. So that year, that foundation, they sent us all brand new instruments. So we had practice instruments and performance instruments.
That's beautiful.
And then the pride that was set in the program, it was like the kids took that as, like, personal. Like, they make sure those instruments are clean. They make sure they in working condition. Like, new kids that come in, oh, you know, you're going to practice instrument. You're going to graduate.
Your raggedy stuff is over there.
Exactly. People like, oh, what's the new mellophone? Nah, get that one over here. So it's like, so that was all blessed, just building, like, and keeping God first throughout the whole thing. Now, I'm not going to say to all the band directors out there that it was a smooth sailing. It was smooth. No, absolutely not. I took a lot of hits. When I say took a lot of hits, I knew that I had to expose my students as far as doing UIL or Battle of the Bands. At some point, I knew like, hey, as long as I have a good presentation of a program, you know, that way we can take the notes or what the judges may see that I may not have seen, and then work on those things. MLK Battle of the Bands, oh my gosh, that was an eye opener. Kids wasn't expecting to see all of that, you know, all of that. So that was an eye opener, but it got the kids hungry. It got the kids hungry. And speaking of hungry,
you hungry now? Is that what you about to say?
Well, no. Well, I am. Yeah. But recruiting for your program at Scarborough, you know, it was 85% Hispanic. So I had to really put my Spanish 1, 2, and 3 classes to work speaking that language, and it was
Me and Google were friends.
Yes.
Me and Google were friends. And Translate was on, and I just let you talk. All right, cool. I got you.
But it's one language that everybody understands besides music, and that's food.
Absolutely.
And so just having one of my band booster parents, she was like, let's have a pupusa night. I was like, pupusa night? What's a pupusa? What? I'm used to hot dogs or nachos or fried chicken or something.
Or spaghetti dinner.
Yeah, spaghetti dinners or something like that. I'm like, what is a pupusa night? What is a pupusa?
I thought that was a rapper.
Yeah, right. Like papoose? That's what you're talking about? Yeah, I know him. I used to listen to some of this stuff. But now, pupusa night. So she got her and some of the ladies from her church. They all got together and like donated like the cabbage and the meat and the cheese, and they were just going at it. And then like we had that sale. So many people came out there. I'm like, oh, this is a thing. And I had it for the first time. I was like, oh, damn, you know. Yeah. So I had it fresh off the grill with the little cabbage and a little sauce on there. Oh, changed my life. I
still don't know what it is. I don't know.
Man, get some pupusas, man. You better find, Get some pupusas.
I don't know what it is. I ain't never had it before.
It's a Mexican dish. It is awesome. Like it's like flour bread, and inside is meat and cheese, and then you put the cabbage on top. It's not like the cabbage from Raising Cane's. It's the Mexican cabbage.
I didn't know it was a Mexican cabbage. I didn't know that was a thing either.
It's a Mexican cabbage, and they put that on, put the little sauce on there. Man, when it's hot, oh my gosh, cheese be stringy and everything.
Now first of all, you make me hungry, but second of all, now I got to go find some pupusas.
Yes, and so. With that, see how your interest is?
Yeah.
So now
my interest is high.
So now the kids in the community and parents are like, oh, they got pupusas? So, you got to join the band. Okay, I can join the band. You'll get pupusas like,
I'm joining the band for pupusas.
Right. You wouldn't believe what I had to do as a businessman to sell this program to people that don't know nothing about band or anything like that. All they knew was food. They knew that language.
Cranking it up for pupusas.
Yeah. It was like,
that's
my son gets some pupusas, and I get some pupusas. Hey, can I be a booster? When the next time you're doing a pupusa?
That's definitely how you build the booster, though. Yeah.
And so, like, just having that community of men and women as the boosters of support of the background of the program at Scarborough, and your biggest advocates as well, because whatever job they're at, they always asking their job like, hey, we need a donation here and there. And so like it was just all working together. It was all aligning with each other, and it made it to what it was. And in fact, at Scarborough, when you went to UIL, not many HISD programs were going to UIL because it wasn't required.
Correct.
And so like I was like, I'm going to do UIL because I want my kids to see all aspects when it comes to music in Texas. I don't want them just to see HBCUs or just be cranking. Like, you got to expose them to all different things. We had not a mariachi band, a La Banda at Scarborough as well. It's like a little second line band, but in the West Coast they call it La Banda. So exposing the kids to all that, going to UIL. You know, in fact, we went all the way to area for UIL. First time in history of the school to go to area in Pflugerville. Man, that was an experience. It was an eye-opener, and it's like the district didn't even believe that we was selected to go to area. That's how bad it was. Like, the district was like, wait, y'all going to area? How y'all got, wait, no, that's not right. And so they had to scramble some money for us
to get there.
to get there.
Because the expectation wasn't there.
Exactly. So like we didn't have a UIL package. I didn't know it was a package until I got to Scarborough. The school didn't pay for the UIL package for a band.
Wow.
Didn't even know that. So like that was a learning experience. But so since we didn't have the UIL package, it was hard for us to go to Pflugerville because of the UIL package. It takes care of your transportation to UIL when it comes to pre-UIL and actual UIL. And if you move on to area. It take care of that. And so like I thought you just paid. So our booster club, when we did UIL, we just paid the fee because that's what I thought. I didn't know. You know, as a student, I just got on the bus and go. But as a director, I was like, you got to pay a way. And so having a... you
got to get the check and all that kind of stuff to get them to pay for it, so on and so forth.
And then so like with the going to area and the district, we was there on one school bus. We was there on one school bus from Houston to Pflugerville, 3-hour drive. But there, everybody else, it was on charter buses. They had kids that was pulling like 4 instruments on a wagon, all nice and shiny. They had their big props. They had like everything. And here comes Scarborough out the hood, next to Acres Homes, and you know, on a school bus. And matter of fact, the school bus broke down in front of all those kids, in front of all those charter buses. I was like, oh, this is embarrassing. This is embarrassing.
Good Lord.
You know, we came so far out here. The bus broke down. I'm calling my principal. I had like, hey, the bus broke down. We need help. You know, I'm afraid how we gonna get back. But with all that happening and that was going on, that was the best time the kids ever experienced. Because not only did the bus break down and we got last place, because they in area they scored as it's like golf. And so like the more points you got, the more you lose. And so I didn't know that either. So exposure. And so like going out there, having a blast. Kids was just enjoying just being away from outside of Houston,
away from home,
and just somewhere different. And then at the time, they wanted to try what's that fast food restaurant that's in California, and they started moving to Austin and Houston.
The burger place?
Yeah, the burger
In and
place.
Out?
Yeah, In and Out Burger.
Trash.
Yeah, oh my gosh. Yeah, because they were so amped up about In and Out Burger. They was like, we got Mr. Allen, we gotta go In and Out Burger. Oh, Mr. Allen, can we stop by here before we come back? Went to In and Out Burger, and them kids like are overrated. This was not what we thought it was.
Right.
But the experience is what really sold it. And a lot of kids outside the program was seeing like, man, the band always going somewhere.
There you go. Because the next year, when you trying to get new kids in, hey man, we done went to Pflugerville, we done did this, we done did that. You selling the program, man.
Mardi Gras, they going to Galveston and everything, and it was like, y'all doing Mardi Gras, like Oh, is that one time we did go to Louisiana? We did a Mardi Gras parade in Lafayette. We went all the way to Lafayette and did a Mardi Gras parade, and like the parents saw that outside the program. They was arguing with their kids, like, why you not in band? We could have been in Mardi Gras. We could have did all that.
We could have made these trips.
Right. And so, like, mind you, my kids never been to a Mardi Gras. Let alone know what that is. Didn't know it existed. And so, like, with building that program, I learned a lot as a director. The students were impacted. The culture was there. And it was building. And then so like, you know, it's nothing new to them when it comes to the band scene, both with UIL, Battle of the Bands, parades, special presentations in front of politicians or people that can make impact in your program for the positive side. And so like all the struggles that I was going through was actually preparing me to understand what my next level was. We're gonna talk about that, Dallas, Texas.
Yeah. That's definitely coming. So did you ever took Scarborough? I think you took Scarborough to the Beaumont Battle of the Bands. Did you take them there?
To the Beaumont Battle of the Bands?
I think so. I don't remember.
No, we didn't go to Beaumont for a battle.
I remember I saw y'all in the Battle of the Bands because I think the first time I saw y'all in the Battle of the Bands, y'all had the helmets.
Yep, that was us
with the feathers on. And I was like,
yep.
All right, so we going with this Nova look. I got you.
Yeah, so
I got you. But it's all good.
The band director before me, he picked out the uniform, so I just compared it, and it wasn't that many.
Okay.
And so, like, because nobody ever expected the band program ever to grow, so we had 50 uniforms with the the shiny helmets and the feathers.
With the feathers, yeah.
And I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's Norfolk drum major helmets.
Yup, with the
Yeah. You got it. So during this time when you were at Scarborough, that's when you decided to create TesMac. Am I correct?
Yes, I created TSMAC during the time I was at Scarborough.
So what brought that along, and then what was your process in getting that started?
Do I gotta be transparent?
I mean, that's hey, you be as transparent as you want to be. As much information as you're willing to let out.
Gotcha. So with TSMAC, first I want to address the name.
Okay.
The Texas Supremacy of Music and Arts Conservatory. People like Supremacy. What y'all supremacy or whatever? I was like, the problem is with us, we give a lot of words power. And when we look up the actual definition of supremacy, we look up leadership, top tier, top notch. And that's what I want our program as far as our youth to be, as far as who's coming from our program are top notch, or leaders, or trendsetters. And so a lot of times when people hear supremacy, they go back to what they heard or what people believe. That's what that represents. We changing the trajectory. You know, it's all about, you know, what's impactful, what's meaningful, not about what was told in the past or what to believe that's what it's supposed to be and whatnot. And so just with that, and also what really shine light to build it is Louisiana Leadership Institute. Shout out to Cleo Fields. He started LLI back in '93, I believe, and to see where it is today, and me as one of the assistants back in the day, what was that? After he made an agreement with all of us, sitting down in his house, his multi-million-dollar house, saying like, hey, you know, it'll be best if we, you know, dismantle Louisiana leadership. Dismantle Louisiana Sounds of Dynamite and move all our kids over to LLI, because we'll have the instruments, we have the insurance, and we have the facility, and we can take, you know, give you guys a little stipend, you know, we'll bring your kids, because he was pulling kids at that time from Lafayette and New Orleans to keep the program alive and not utilizing the kids in Baton Rouge, because we were all at different schools in Baton Rouge as far as directors. And so all the kids would just either go to Strimler High School or go to Baker High School and have rehearsal. So anyway, but that inspired me to put together TSMAC. And then so, you know, I'm thinking like, okay, putting this together, I'm friends with a lot of directors, friends with a lot of people, you know, as far as putting it together, you know, but man, I got a rude awakening. A lot of people did not want to see that happen. My mentors didn't want to see that happen as well. They actually did a lot of foul things behind closed doors to shut down the idea and the progress of what we were doing. And so like that, I was like, maybe this ain't what I was supposed to do. Maybe this ain't it. So another reason why I got started was, of course, as a band director, you want to go and look at different other positions that have more resources. And so I applied for, while at Scarborough, I applied for different school districts outside of Houston. One of them was Fort Bend, ISD. And now, I love Woolridge. I think you graduated from Woolridge, right? I love oh my gosh. I told my mom when I was in high school, Mom, why I can't go to Woolridge? So my cousin went to Woolridge. And so I'm like, no, you're going to Lamarque. You're going to be a cougar. You're going to be a cougar. So just like your mama, just like your grandma, just like your pop. I was like, okay.
Sorry to hear that, man. Woolridge was amazing.
Yeah, it was. And so my cousin, he was on the football team. I think he graduated in 99 or 01.
Okay.
2000. But Woolridge was, I was like, man, I would love to have that job at Woolridge, but it wasn't open. And shout out to Sybil. She's doing amazing work over there at Woolridge. Amazing work.
She's been there a while.
Yes.
And I remember, I mean, I know this is not about Sybil, but I just remember when she got that position, and I had, you know, there were a couple of times, and I actually had the chance to actually work with her for a hot minute. But, you know, I just remember a time where when she got there, you know, because of the tradition that was there, that had been left there for Mr. Thornton, man, it was a lot.
Yeah.
And she's weathered the storm. And now, you know, where they are right now, their level of success, man, I've been one of her biggest advocates.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So she's been doing it. She's been doing it.
Absolutely. You know, all good until I found out she was went to Jake State. That's so good.
Oh my God.
No, I love you still. I love you. But the position at High Tower was open.
Yeah, I remember that.
High Tower was open. A lot of my former band directors, Reginald Washington, he was one of my former band directors when I was at Marque my freshman year.
This is right when Mr. Jackson retired, right?
Yes.
Yeah. You went for that one? I went for that one too.
Oh, we all see.
Yeah.
This is gonna make the story even impactful.
Okay.
So I think it was about 6 of us.
It was a lot of us, because I was talking to Mr. Jackson at the same time when I was interviewing. Yeah, but go ahead. Yeah. Because I can't remember who it was, but he ended up getting the gig at Madison. I can't think of the band director's name right now. It escapes me. It was that same year though. Madison was open, and High Tower was open. And I was talking to Mr. Jackson. He was like, "Yeah, I know. You know, these are all the people I talked to that's trying to get it." And one of the guys who was interviewing for the High Tower joint was interviewing for Madison as well. And ended up getting the Madison one because there was a lot going on with that High Tower mess. But you tell the story, and then if I can fill in some spaces, I got some. But yeah, go ahead.
So I think it was about 6 of us that was like they was narrowing down.
Yeah.
I had a couple of interviews. I had an interview with the principal. It was like the parents. He invited me to like the parents' night as far as with the band and what they want to see in the band director. And then he told me just to be there to kind of listen and with the parents. So I thought I was in good. I was like, well, you know, been going to UIL, been doing everything I was supposed to. I'm certified, you know, everything. So I thought like, hey, I can go anywhere I want to do. I did everything that's required, but didn't know that. I don't want to say gatekeepers, but a lot of people didn't. I'm not gonna say a lot of people. A few didn't see fit as far as where I came from. When it comes to me graduating from an HBCU, a lot of people think like, that ain't nothing. No, you know, we don't want that here. We don't want all that stuff here. So
they had Miss Jackson.
My point exactly.
But go ahead.
And then the success for many decades with Woolridge, that played another part as well for the decision maker to not bring that there. And so I don't want to say his name, but the fine arts director that interviewed with him, you know, sounded great, sounded like I had the job and whatnot.
You too?
But, yep. People got good word games. Like they got a mouthpiece on them. And so like, you know, putting all my ducks in a row and all my eggs in one basket. I even went out and bought a green and black tie in preparation.
Listen, no. I do you one better. So after I did the interview and all that kind of stuff, you know, I'm married at the time. I got my child, so it was me, you know, all 4 of us.
Yeah.
And so we drove by the high school, and we were sitting in the parking lot, me and my wife, and we were like praying over it, like we getting ready to. We had hired one of my good friends who marched with me in the band at Willow Ridge as a realtor, and we were looking at houses out in Sienna Plantation. Like literally, we thought. Yeah, but so all right, same boat. But go ahead, go ahead.
Yep. And so like, as you didn't get the position, then after that, it was another position I was opening Humble ISD at I think Humble High School, and black community, predominantly black. The community wanted that. The fine arts director didn't. And so during the interview, hyped me up, like, oh yeah, just be on the lookout for the email, you know, to get everything squared away, whatnot. So probably a couple of days passed, no email. So I'm looking on the website, what was it, TMEA, as far as job positions, and then I saw that job position open still. But then this time it said head band director position, in parentheses, core style band director on. So I was like, wow.
I didn't even go back once. So I got it. So my story is slightly different because I didn't go back to that whole situation.
Okay.
Because what was happening at the time, because if I'm not mistaken, this was 2017?
It's 28. 2019. That was that time.
2017, 2018.
2018, 2019.
So yeah. So at that time, I was teaching drum corps.
Okay.
So I had done the original interview, very similar to you. Left, felt great, blah, 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 all this great stuff, right? But then I had to go back and do, the season, the summer season or whatever. Mm-hmm. So I didn't get any call back, and I'm calling him.
Yep.
Like, yo, what's good?
Email,
like,
call.
Yeah. So then I find out I didn't get the position. Mm-hmm. All right, I had left it alone. Mm-hmm. I was done. So I'm during our season, our training, or whatever, before our season started, I get a call asking about an assistant position at Hightower.
Yep, I did too.
And I was like,
I forgot about that.
All right, cool. So I did the interview, and I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be very transparent. At the end of the interview, which felt just as good as the previous interview, at the end of the interview, I really asked him. I said, "Listen, how long is it gonna take for you to get back to me? Because I don't have the capacity to sit and wait. I can't do that. Mm-hmm. So can you let me know how long this process is gonna take?" Mm-hmm. And so he was like, "Yeah, I think we can get back to you in about a week or so." Mm-hmm. So I go back to drum corps. Now, mind you, I'm all the way in Midland, Texas.
Oh yeah.
I'm driving.
That's a 5-hour drive?
Yeah. Well, we were still in Houston. So yeah, that's about a 5-hour drive. Mm-hmm. So I'm in Midland, Texas, and he calls me about 4 days later and lets me know. That's how that whole situation ended up happening. Man. But I can tell you that was the worst situation.
Yeah.
And, I'll just say it's trash.
Yeah.
The way that he has dealt with people who are vying for jobs and positions, I'm gonna be honest, it's been a very trash situation, because that wasn't my first encounter with him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. That was my first encounter.
Yeah, that wasn't my first one.
Yeah. And so band directors, I'll just let you know, even though you have the degree, even though you have the certification, even though you have the requirements, it's not guaranteed you're gonna get the job.
Absolutely.
It's not guaranteed. So
and to put a caveat in that, and this is why I started this whole situation, this whole Passionist Network. Unfortunately, there are places that will not see you as a good fit because of where you graduated from. Which is
that's the hurt part.
That's frustrating, because I had a director like Ronald Thornton who graduated from Texas Southern, went to Prairie View, so on and so forth, Texas Southern, taught at Forest Brook, taught at Texas Southern, and Willow Ridge, which a lot of people don't know, was a predominantly white school. He had no UIL background. He came in and had to learn. And as he learned, he took that program to heights nobody ever thought. But now we're in positions where you'll see young folks who are graduating from HBCUs, and people won't even give them an opportunity because they feel, quote unquote, they don't know. Yeah. They feel that they will not be a good fit, and they'll bring something, quote unquote, negative to that program.
That's why it's the power of unity.
Yeah.
Don't always feel like you're by yourself in this fight. That's why I'm a strong advocate, especially when it comes to our HBCU graduates, as far as making sure that they're prepared. So the things that I didn't know, I want to make sure they're good. That's why I do what I do. I don't look for this as far as for ego or pride or anything like that. I can impress you all day with all the awards and accolades and all that. I can impress you, but let me impact you by my testimony. Let me inspire you by my story. And that way you take what I've dealt with, what I experienced, and you grow from that. And we all work together. So I'm going to get into that topic later. All this social media bashing each other and all that, that's part of the plan. That's part of the plan of the vision. And of course, when it comes to confusion and division, that's all about the devil. Ooh. So who you worship? You can't serve two masters.
Ooh. Hey man, don't listen. We talk about this on this channel all the time, and you about to start preaching on it. So,
man. Let's go back. TesMac. I'm sorry. I'm like, man. Hey. So with TesMac, so with all now being awareness of knowing that, like, man, so everything I went through, experienced, and got the qualifications that's needed for these positions, I can't get it based on an opinion of one person, of their unawareness about who I am, where I come from, and what I know. And so, of course, all principals getting directed to go check the UIL scores as far as where they at, but not understanding we didn't have the resources to even get, like,
they don't want to hear that story.
They
don't care.
Like, if we had the resources, we can be like, get straight ones or whatnot.
Correct.
And so we had to, make lemonade out of lemons the best way we could. Like, there was no repair budget. There was no when it comes to band fees, like, all kids that pay the band fees, and if it wasn't no $700. It was probably maybe $50 to $150 to participate. And that buys you 2 shirts, so a pair of shorts, your gloves, a mouthpiece, and that's what it covers. And the rest we have to fundraise. So like, we didn't have those things. But fast forward, understanding, I was like, man, in Texas, they really don't want us to really succeed or strive out here or be in those positions of impact. Only in the areas where they lack resources, or jobs that people don't really want, or deal with a lot of stuff you don't really want to deal with. And so that's where they place us there. So I was like, that ain't right. How can the word be spread as far as who we are and what we do in our backgrounds if we're not allocated those positions of influence on a larger scale to make people great? Not saying nothing in regards to like those inner city schools or Title I schools or anything like that, but you can be more of influence at a higher level at different suburban areas or suburban school districts. So with that being said, I was like, you know what? They don't want us. I'm gonna start my own, create my own. So I'm gonna create a space to where kids from all backgrounds, you don't have to be black to participate or Hispanic or to participate and learn about the culture. You come as you are. We like the church. Come as you are. And, and let us bring you into our world as far as what we love and why it brings unity and why it embraces us to even do more as far as this style of music or this style of what we do. Because we're in America, right? This is America. We're in America, right? America is about diversity. Yeah. It is about diversity. If we can't embrace diversity in Texas, we're not living our truth as far as what we're here for as far as America. This is an opportunity of freedom of speech, freedom to express yourselves. So when it comes to our culture and as far as what we do, we should be allotted the freedom and express ourselves as far as what was taught to us. Because what it felt like was Dr. Isaac Greg's, Lord, like, bless his soul, what he taught me was wrong. And so that didn't sit well with me. So all the struggle and going to class and passing and not passing, have to redo that class and repeat and delete off my transcript under in my music professors and everything when it comes to the marching band, concert band, or jazz band. You telling me they taught me wrong? Is that what you're telling me, Texas? And so, like, TesMac, you know what? Let's be the voice. Let's be the voice as far as when it comes to reviving the culture. Let's be the voice when it comes to impacting people. Let's be the voice to allow, like, let's all get connected and put our HBCU graduates in these spaces by our organization that has partnerships. Because every boss has a boss. They got to listen to somebody. So those fine arts directors that denied us of our right and that denied us of who we are, they have to answer to somebody, but not knowing that the person that they answer to, we kicking it at some bar, chopping it up. And then now it's like, oh, now you got to listen to me because, I'm good friends with him and his organization donates to our school district. His organization provides resources to our kids in our community. I'm not going to mess over with this organization because of how you feel, what you don't know. Maybe you need to go back and learn about these HBCUs, and maybe you should learn about the communities that support these HBCUs, and maybe you have a better turnout as far as your programs. I don't want to.
All right now. All right now.
Oh man, I better not say too much, but all in all, TSMAC was created just out of, just being that voice in Texas. We don't have a lot of voices when it comes to that. Now we have our veteran directors, but they're slowly,
they're going. Yeah. They're going. And I just said this not too long ago. I think I was talking to either Quan or my best friend Rick, is the fact that those old directors that we used to have, like those old directors who would be in seats for, 20, 30, 40 years, maybe if you make it to 40 years, but they're dying off.
Yeah.
And nowadays, you don't see people who are trying to stay in those positions for that amount of time anymore.
Nope.
That's not a thing. So
Not at all.
I absolutely agree with you on that.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
interesting.
So that's how TSMAC got started off.
So Scarborough.
Yep.
TSMAC is going.
Yep.
You leave Scarborough
Yep.
and you head to Dallas. And it just so happens that I was already in Dallas when you got to Dallas. So
Man, you always there before I get there. I'm following you. Where you at now so I can go follow you?
But yeah, so you show up and I'm like, oh shoot, Will here. I know he about to do some damage. So what was the story of why you made it to Dallas, and then what's the Dallas story? Because I can tell you with where I was at in Dallas, and this goes back to exposure. When you did the Revive the Culture, the first one in Dallas, one of the biggest things was I didn't have opportunities to give my kids exposure in those types of areas. So I was able to take my kids to that.
Okay,
And when I took them to that, their energy for what I was trying to show them and create for them completely shifted. They got more hungry to be in band. And again, that goes to the exposure. So what's the story about how you got to Dallas and then how you built up TSMAC there or here in the Dallas area?
Gotcha. Shout out to Quan. Me and him, he knows the story between me and him. Like my brother in Christ.
Yeah.
We had to study together to pass the certification in Texas. I was certified in Louisiana, but I wasn't certified in Texas.
I didn't know y'all studied together. Okay.
Yeah, we studied together, we prayed together, when I say everything together, we both passed.
My brother is a praying soldier. I can tell you that, man. I love that man.
That's why I get a lot of my spirit from him. Him and his wife pass it on to me, and just, I embrace that. So shout out to Quan, man. We here, baby, we here. But the transition from Scarborough to Dallas. So actually, I took Scarborough to Dallas for a Battle of the Bands in September. I think it was a state fair, classic Battle of the Bands, I believe, because it was early. I was like, man, it's too early.
It might have been.
Because I was like, we ain't ready to do no battle. But we was invited by the drum instructor from Townview. I forgot his name right now. I know him. Mr. Lewis. What is it, Jerry?
Jerry Walker.
Jerry Walker. I'm sorry.
Sorry, Walker. I talk to you. I talk to you quite often. For some reason, your name escaped me in that moment. My bad, dog.
Yeah,
my bad.
My bad too. So he contacted me. He was like, "Hey, what you got going on this such date?" I was like, "Well, we ain't doing nothing." He was like, "Come on to Dallas. We got a Battle of the Bands." I was like, "Okay, cool." Went up there, took the kids to a Battle of the Bands. It rained, so actually we saw DeSoto High School out there as well. I was like, "Oh, okay." I didn't know they do a cross as far as core style band.
Yeah, DeSoto was.
Yeah.
Yeah, DeSoto was on it.
And so when it started raining, we had to take it inside Ellis Davis Fieldhouse, and I met Chris Young. Chris Young, he was the band director at Carter High School at the time, and he was like, "Hey, what's going on? You want to come to Dallas?" I was like, never thought about it. Dallas was never on my radar. He was like, "I'm about to leave this position. Something else came up. You can have it." I was like, "Oh shoot, okay." So this is around like September. So I was like, "Okay, I'll apply for it." I never ventured to Dallas before. Had an interview actually on my birthday, October 30th, with Demas Delgado.
Yep, Delgado.
And he said we had an interview. He liked me, and after that, I never heard from him again.
Really?
I never heard, because like my mindset, I'm like, well, if it's meant to happen, it's meant to happen. If it ain't, it ain't. And so like I was already in my 4th year at Scarborough High School, and we had a nice program. And so I wasn't really stressing about breaking my contract with HISD to go to Dallas ISD. So I was like, let me try that, the next year. But it had it on my thought process to let's look at Dallas. So in January, the principal at Carter High School reached out to me. He was like, "Hey, are you still interested in coming to Dallas?" I was like, "Yeah, but I can't break my contract. I can look at as far as this upcoming year, 2019. He was like, "No, we need you now." I was like, "Oh." Well, I was like, "Well, I can't do that." So he was like, "Well, let's try to venture like later on, probably in March, have another interview for you and try to see where you at to see you can go ahead and come on to Dallas." So at the time, I think the band director was Mr. Brock, Terrence Brock, as the band director at Carter High School because Mr. Young had left. And so once I reventured, the principal reached back out to me and he told me to contact Demus Delgado to schedule an interview to get through him first to get to the Carter High School position. So I had to interview with Demus Delgado, and that was it. Didn't hear from him. So I was like, okay, I guess it ain't meant to come to Dallas. But then I get an inbox on Facebook from Mr. Williams, Lance Williams, which is now the head principal at Lincoln High School. But at the time, he was the band director at South Oak Cliff. He was like, hey, I heard you was looking in the market of Dallas. Are you still interested? I was like, well, sure. I was like, man, everybody from Dallas keep hitting me up. So I was like, what's going on? Okay, what's up, Dallas? So, you know, he was like, okay, I'm going to be taking assistant principal position, and you will be a good fit to come in as far as at South Oak Cliff High School. So I was like, okay. So, you know, I didn't know too much about South Oak Cliff. So when I reached out to Delgado, he told me to apply for the position at South Oak Cliff, which I did. Had another interview. I'm like, how many interviews
do I gotta have?
Like, you know me, bro. You know me. So it's like,
that's crazy because he made you have multiple interviews originally. So I ended up in Madison. Originally, I think I applied for Pinkston.
Okay.
And so I originally did that interview for Pinkston, but then he was like, well, we got another school open. It's Madison. And I was like, I guess can't be as bad as Madison and Houston. So I mean, Madison is Madison. I had never heard of Madison before. So yeah. So, but it's weird that he had you do multiple interviews. But yeah.
Right. And I told him, I was like, on the interview, I was like, you did an interview on my birthday too. He's like, I did. Let me check my notes. And he was on his computer checking his notes. He's like, oh yeah, I did. My apologies. So I'm just review my notes and everything and get back with you. So I was like, okay, cool. And so after that, Remetria Smith, at the time, the band director at Sunset, she called me. She got my number from somebody. She called me. She was like, hey, you coming to Dallas? I was like, hey, everybody know. Like,
that's usually how it happens. Yeah.
I was like, well, I was trying to. I had an interview with Delgado. I was supposed to be at South Oak Cliff, and you know, and then Carter. She was like, hold on, I'll call you back. So she called Demus, and so I didn't know how much power Remetria had in the district, and so she called Demus Delgado and was like, hey, you need to get him up here in Dallas, beat him in South Oak Cliff. All of a sudden, I got an email like, hey, we're going to sit you with the principal to South Oak Cliff, Dr. Willie Fred Johnson, and then go from there. So it was pretty much I had the job. I was like, so all Remetria had to do was make a phone call. Somebody I didn't know at all. Like, I just met her on the phone, and she told me who she was. And so, like, and that's how it started. So that first and last season at Scarborough, when it comes to TesMac, because that's when I actually started that summer band, TesMac 2019. That last rehearsal, I had popcorn and popsicles for the kids and told them, like, hey, I'll be leaving. And so, all you saw is tears and popsicles.
They gonna butter them up and let them down at the same time. That is terrible.
Oh man! But those kids were hurt, but they understood. They understood because, like, it was like, we did everything we were supposed to do here at the school. We built the program up. We won all these battle of bands. We then went to Louisiana. We then went to area and UIL concert band. It was like, we didn't make straight ones, but we had a couple of ones in there as far as on stage and sight reading and everything, as far as region band and solo ensemble and all. Like, we did everything. And so it's like, what else it is to do now that you then did pretty much everything the school has never seen before. So they understood, and those kids that was there, they shout out to them because they were some soldiers. Like, they were there since day one, and now they off in colleges. Some of them section leaders at colleges or drum majors at colleges now from Scarborough. And so, like, I was blessed with that, and also with TesMac, because Mr. Eglin, that now is the head band director at Sterling High School. You know, me and him, I was the president of my chapter with Phi Mu Alpha. He was the vice president. So we always been close and kicking it with each other ever since then. And when he was at East Iberville High School out in Louisiana, when I was at Capitol, we put our band programs together. And then for TesMac and him being a board member, we put our programs together with TesMac. And, you know, those kids, they became leaders in these colleges. And so after that, hit up I-45 North, and the rest was history.
Okay. All right. And so what? So you did the Revive the Culture. What made you bring like TSMAC to Dallas? Like because you basically left it kind of in Houston. You got to Dallas. What was the thing that made you say, "All right, let's do this here in Dallas"? Because I can definitely tell you, as somebody who sat back and watched it, it's been successful here in Dallas.
Oh yeah.
And you just had your last one not too long ago. Yeah, and it's still continuing to grow. So, what was the thing that made you bring TSMAC to Dallas?
Well, it was all faith. To be honest, like I mentioned earlier, a lot of people seeing is believing. But a man of faith, and when I mean man, I mean it not a man. I'm talking about human. Being a man of faith, believing and seeing. So God aligned everything how it was supposed to align, and all the experiences and exposure that I did, and also letdowns, built me to trust God in the process. You have to trust the process. Because a lot of times we want the smooth selling process as far as, oh, you're going to get this, you're going to get that, all this, everybody going to love you, all this and that. We want the smooth selling process, but that's not how God's process works. So I've learned to trust. I mean, you have to throw your hands up and trust and let God lead and have that spirit of discernment and wisdom to guide you. But like you have a 1,000,000-mile journey, but it's all foggy. But you can see that first step, and that's when you have to trust God, like take that step by step and get to where he wants you to be at. So bringing TesMac to Dallas, that was all trust, because all my people and connections in Houston. I'm from around the area. So it's like, I didn't built up this. So it's like, why would I leave this land of familiar to go to the land of unfamiliar? Land of unfamiliar.
Sometimes you got to just go. That's what God says. Sometimes you just got to go.
Like, oh, where is there? I'll let you know when you get there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's how that happened. So, little did I know, it was great when I got to South Oak Cliff. Shout out to Lance again, for trusting in me to uphold the standards of what he set for South Oak Cliff. And after that first season of football season, 2020 happened, and then boom, everything just
Yeah.
Everything just went just like, God, like, what? I like, what? I left, and so I brought it with me, but didn't even know that was part of the plan.
Yeah.
Didn't even know that was part of the plan. And that's where Revive the Culture came into place. Revive the Culture, because after COVID, our inner city programs and our underserved schools, Title I schools, are already suffering.
We struggle,
and now we struggle even more. Yeah. So it's like, but hey, with our people, we know about struggle, and we know how to make a meal out of just. We've been through the struggle, and we still struggle, but we always can make the best out of anything.
Give me some pig intestines, man. Yes. We'll figure out something to do with
it. We will figure out something, and so. In that struggle, I saw need that a lot of programs were struggling, but believe it or not, my program wasn't struggling. Actually, my program increased because of COVID.
Because you had most of your group was probably the biggest group there.
Yeah,
that first one. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. I was like, because we had tubas on both sides of the band. We had 8 tubas, and shout out to Antonio. He was the former section leader at Southern, the tuba section leader, Hispanic, and so like he believed in the vision. And he started recruiting those tuba players, and like Delgado, and it was somebody else at the time when they had to do their site visits, and I think he was playing against Hillcrest High School. He saw the band, he was like, Mr. Allen, where'd you get all these numbers from? Where all these kids come from? How you had all these tuba players? I was like, you see those kids over there? Those are more tuba players. They ain't got no instrument. He was like, oh no, we gotta get you some more instruments. Like, nah, like, how did you even do this? So I was like, just tell them about the program, and everybody just started joining. And so COVID year, that was a program just shot up in numbers big time. But then 2021 was the test. All right, I gotta get this nonprofit starting out here. What can I do? So getting connected with Dominic Alexander over Next Generation Action Network that's out here. It's more of an activist nonprofit. And so they really fight for communities that don't have the resources or have the proper tools to be successful, or any type of legal disadvantages people may endure, his organization come in and stand up for them. And so I was a little organization, and so and so I know I wanted to do something great in Dallas, and as far as reviving the culture because of COVID. So had the idea of starting like a little mini camp, like a 1-day camp. And then that's when I met Terrence Johnson, graduate of Southern University. He has his nonprofit TMJ Dance Project, and also Devondre and Adam from Ascension Arts Project. They just recently moved to Houston, but they had their nonprofit as well. So we all got together and was like, "Hey, let's make this thing great. Let's all work together." I know the band side. Terrence know the dance and auxiliary side. Ascension Arts Project know like the structure when it comes to curriculum and as far as organizations and nonprofit. Because I wasn't too shabby. I'm just starting off. I'm just throwing rocks out there. Hopefully it hits something.
Yeah. Hopefully you knock something down.
Hopefully. And so just building that, and it was a success.
Yeah.
Like a lot of kids showed up.
There was a lot of kids.
I was like, ooh, and they were signing up. I was like, we was trying to put all the money together to like pay for the shirts, figure out how we're gonna feed the kids, and I had to put some money together, like to at least put some of the band directors that was teaching pocket. It was because I don't want them to feel like this is okay. I can't change the word. I can't say the ninja word. I don't want this to feel like this is an unorganized event, and there's another like quote unquote black thing is unorganized. I wanted like.
Structured, organized. If anybody walks in, they can see that there are great things happening in there. All the things that we try to make sure as professionals that we steer clear of.
Right. And so just kind of go back. All my experiences and exposures built me up to this because remember I talked about when it comes to recruitment, professionalism, and so I had to be a businessman outside of being a band director to structure what was being built to make impact, because I didn't want them to feel like, oh, it's just a bunch of kids, they're just about to blow and all that. We had to look at it as like, how can we make this marketable to where people believe what we're doing is impactful, and they could take, the students can take, even the directors, they could take what was being taught back to their home schools. Yeah. And a lot of great things happened. A lot of partnerships were built. A lot of new friendships were built. A lot of collaborations with both symphonians and Kappa Kappa Psi members working together, all for the greater good. Like KK Psi from PV, Delta Psi chapter. Shout out to them boys. Since day one, they have been to every Revive the Culture camp since 2021. And I got something for y'all too. I told Prop Hopkins, but I'm gonna tell y'all later. So, but every year,
you don't need to tell Hop nothing.
So like every year, when people look forward to this, and it is making impact, and a lot of programs, they're like, well, what's this about this black thing? What's this black thing? I'm like, it's not no black thing. We're teaching you guys about our culture as far as when it comes to HBCUs. And then so just like if you want to go to PV, you don't have to be black to go to PV, or you want to go to Texas, you don't have to be black. You come to the school to learn, to get educated. Yes, the experience of the culture of the campus is a little bit different that you may see at U of H or University of Texas. But when you come here, when it comes to the performing arts of the culture, this is our style. This is what brings us together. This is what is the spirit moves around in different people, because it's a difference when it comes to our style and the Western European style. You may do things a little bit clean and a lot more, good, but whatnot. But ours, like our culture, our style, is built off of struggle. It's built off of pain, and you can feel our spirit in everything that we do, and that spirit moves the room. And so, prime example, there's a difference between Phantom of the Opera play and a Tyler Perry play.
Correct.
There's a difference. So there is a cultural aspect when it comes to Tyler Perry. There is a spirit of movement of struggles in some capacity that we project to our audience for people to feel where we're coming from.
Yeah, it's a different, obviously it's a different genre. That's the best way that I look at it. You know, even when we start talking, it's a different art form of music. If you talk about the different forms of jazz that you have, you know, bebop is not the same as fusion.
Nope.
And so, and we understand that, right?
Yep.
And so just getting into, when you start putting it in that context, people can kind of digest it a little better.
Yeah.
Because sometimes, unfortunately, it has this negative connotation where it's the black stuff over here,
Yep.
and it's the white stuff over here. And I don't subscribe to that. First of all, music is music. An F
Right.
concert is always going to be an F concert.
Yep.
But when you talk stylistically, okay, we may crank up over here, and then we may have a full sound, but we may be playing the same rap tune. So I think it's just different genres and different ways that we approach it stylistically. And I don't like to put it on a color thing.
Yeah.
So
And directors, I know I keep talking to directors.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Don't feel like because your band is playing loud that it sound good, regardless of your size or whatnot. What sounds good is always gonna sound good, regardless of what culture you may come from, PWI, HBCU, or whatever. What sounds good sounds good. So cranking up loud don't make you sound good. Like now, transparent. I thought that way because that's what I knew. But I was a young director. I had to learn and get slapped on the wrist a couple of times. Shout out to my mentors. That is not the way of teaching our youth. Oh, they got a big band. Oh, they cranking. It sounds bad.
You about
and then
to
you get
ruffle some
upset when the
feathers.
judges make comments about what you can do to improve. But you have to be open to take those advice. Take that advice. You may not like it. I know I ain't like some of the judges' comments, but wisdom has taught me to not look at it one way, look at from a different bird's eye view of what I can do to improve. Because it's not about me. It is not about me. It's not about you. So put your pride and your ego to the side. It's about what you stand for. It's about you making impact. And I always say to people, don't think about like, oh, I'm just giving back to the community. I'm just giving back. What you took from the community to give back. I always say we just give. Just give. Whatever you do, just give. Don't give back. Giving back came from another terminology. I'm not going to go that far, but we just give. So give those students the opportunity to learn the right way and give those students the opportunity to be exposed to all that's out there about music. Just do your job. Nobody cares if you won first place at this battle of bands. Like, I can't remember who won first place at the Smiley battle of bands back in 02. I can't remember. Nobody cares. What matters is the impact. And it goes back to what I said. You can go up and down and run your resume about all the first place trophies and awards you got. But what's impactful is your story and your testimony. People need to know those struggles. And they could put themselves in those shoes and understand like you're not perfect. And you go through those dark times, what is alone times when the people that you thought that was going to support you don't support you. What are those stories that tell you to keep going? What are those stories of where you got on your knees and you prayed to God and asked, can you help me? What do I need to do to be a better servant to our people and serve the people? What can I do? Besides, can I put my ego to the side? Can I let go of social media, being a social media band director? Can I be that man of God and faith to do what I'm purposely here to do and impact and serve God's people? I'm sorry, I got to take.
Listen, I can tell you right now,
Oh, man.
there's nothing that I feel that was wrong with what you said.
Thank you.
I wholeheartedly, 100% agree with everything that you said. And everything that you said on some platform on my channel, on this channel, on Passionate Network, either I or somebody else who has been part of the team has said that exact thing. And every single time we were told, we just trying to play to the white man. Y'all just trying to do that white stuff.
No,
What?
Yeah, I got told that too. Me being professional is the white way. I can say white.
Yeah.
Okay, me doing stuff the right way is the white. What? No, why?
What?
So if I do it the ninja way, y'all like me.
Basically.
So you telling me you want me to do it the ninja way, fall on my face, and be like, yeah, he had a good run. I'm sorry that happened to him. Or other stores will pop up. So that's what you're telling me? But what are you? How?
Yeah.
I'm just.
But you didn't say anything I disagree with. I just did a video not too long ago. And again, I need to make sure I while you're sitting here, I got witnesses in the room. I don't have a problem with mass band. I don't. But as I said on there, not every mass band sounds good. And you have to be accepting of that. Just because we march at an HBCU, or just because you go to an HBCU, or just because you're trying to represent the quote-unquote culture, that doesn't mean that every HBCU sounds good. Let me make this other point. Not every PWI sounds good. That's just the reality. So just because I say one group doesn't sound good that more relates to me and the people that I look like doesn't mean that I am affirming that another group sounds better. No, some things sound good and some things don't. And you accept that. That doesn't mean you're a hater. It just means that you got to accept reality. And if we're true musicians, then we also have to settle with the fact that, I will say it again, an F concert in tune is an F concert in tune. Period, point blank. We can't change that narrative.
Yeah.
So there we go. But yeah, I don't disagree with anything that you said. So you have TesMac going, and you're not in front of the classroom anymore, correct?
No.
Just like me. Okay. So what are you doing now? Like, what is the thing that you're doing right now that is moving you, motivating you, and so on and so forth?
You know what? Before I lead into that, because I have to give a little backstory.
Okay.
To go into that. God called me out the classroom. Mm-hmm. He called me out. He been called me out. I just didn't listen. I was disobedient.
Just like me. Just like me.
I didn't know what that even looks like.
I was nervous. I was scared. I was like, this is all I know. What am I supposed to do?
1998. This is all I know.
All I know?
This is all I know. So he been calling me out the classroom. I didn't know what that looks like. How am I supposed to get paid? My bills, all that. How am I supposed to, I heard about the lifestyle of entrepreneurship. I heard about the positives that it can have. And, a lot of times it made me realize, how can I preach about God and about all the great and wonderful things he have done for me, but when it's my time to listen and be obedient, I turn away. He ain't talking to me. He ain't talking. He just telling me to tell other people how to live their life.
Yep.
And so he called me out the classroom, and I didn't know what that looks like, because I attached my life with my position.
Yep.
And so, like, me detaching my life with a position, I feel like I wouldn't be in the game no more, or I would feel like nobody would respect me anymore, or like people would shun me out because I'm not part of the clique.
I've been there.
And so, like, I was always nervous, but you know how God works. Is he gonna listen, or I'm gonna do it?
I'm gonna do it for you. Listen, that's the same thing that happened to me.
Yeah.
Listen, mine is real quick, and I'm gonna let you finish. But man, I'm telling you, I left Madison, and when I left Madison, my mindset was like, I'm done.
Yeah.
My wife was like saying, listen, you pray all the time, and you're talking about God removing you to be in spaces where you can be not only with your family, but impact people in different ways. And I left Madison, and when I left Madison, I was like, all right, I'm done. I'm good. Yeah. And then the end of the summer was coming, and I was like, oh, Lord, what I'm going to do? What I'm going to do? So I applied, and I got the job in Duncanville. I got the gig in Duncanville, and right after spring break, now, mind you, I'm still living out in the Rockwall area, and I'm driving to Duncanville.
Let's drive.
My car shuts down, and they charged me with a $6,000 bill to fix the car. And I told them, I was like, listen, I'm trying to get back out there, but I ain't got no car. If I rent a car, that's gonna cost more than what it costs to fix the car. So I can't turn the car in, because that's gonna be a completely different situation. It's gonna cost more money. I'm trying to get there. I'm talking to the dealership like, listen, this is a problem that was a factory issue. Yeah. Can we get this price down? They like, yo, I can't get this price down. Let me tell you what happened. Principal calls me, says, Mr. Luke, listen, I need you to make a decision. This is about maybe a week and a half. We had just got finished doing pre-UIL, all that kind of stuff. I was excited. I was ready to take the kids. Yeah. Mr. Luke, I need you to make a decision, because you've been out for about a week and a half. Your PTO was up, so on and so forth. And I told him, I was like, listen, I can't come. There's nothing I can do. My car is down.
Yeah.
I turned all the paperwork in and all that kind of stuff. They terminated. Listen, the next day, dealership calls. Hey man, we were able to get your bill down to about $1,200. I was like, bro, are you serious?
Yeah.
But again, that's God's way of moving you where He wants you to be when you trying to do what you want to do. So yeah, but go ahead. I'm sorry, brother. I had to tell that story real quick because a lot of people don't know that story.
They have to hear this though. Yeah. People have to hear this because a lot of times people just see all the awards and accolades, but they need something to relate to that they can be moved. Like I mentioned, like you can impress people about all the stuff that you may know or what you receive or whatnot, but you move people, impact people by your testimony, and that's the way you as a leader. You have to be transparent like that because if you're gonna be responsible, accountable to lead people, you have to have that vulnerability part. Excuse me.
Are you good?
As far as to like share to people because like people are like, man, that's me. Man, I'm going through that right now. Yeah. Man, okay, he's able to still do what he do, but he's still dealing with these things right here. That like you have to put that in people's spirit to believe. And so I commend you for sharing that.
Yeah, but and that's what it means to minister to people too, right? Telling the testimony doesn't mean that you go up to people and you start giving Bible quotes every time.
Right.
Telling the testimony is a ministry to people that a lot of people don't understand and miss out on.
Leadership, directors, leadership. but
yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
But yeah, just God calling me out the classroom. I didn't know what that looks like. I'm scared. I'm preaching to everybody else to, follow God's word, but it was my time. I didn't want to listen. I wanted to be disobedient, and there's a consequence with being disobedient, but at the end of the day, God still got you, because He already knew you was going to be disobedient. He was trying to test you, see whether or not you'll listen to your discerning spirit or not. So, getting called out the classroom, not knowing what that looks like, that last check, summer, August 2024, I'm like, like, okay, now what's about to happen? Did not even know. When I say the floodgates start opening, like me thinking like because I'm attached to a position, and mind you, South Oak Cliff was that top school in Dallas because when I say like not only our program was doing great, but our football team was making history as well.
They were. I remember that year.
Back-to-back state champions, and never before. Back-to-back state champions, especially for Dallas ISD, especially a school in the inner city, making it that. And then so shout out to Coach Tar, we still talk to this day. That's my coach. So he's the head football coach at South Oak Cliff. So just with that limelight we was getting, like I was playing, like politicians was calling South Oak Cliff to go perform in Austin, Texas, like it for a drop of a dime. Like kids were so used to going to Southern University every year for that concert band festival, and then like just being like in the lights. And so like I'm gonna leave all that to follow what God has for me. I wasn't prepared. I didn't see myself outside of being a band director because it can't. And band directors out there, I know. Let's be transparent. It feels good when you have a lot of kids in your programs and we doing that, and all your people like, yeah, that's the band, and people talking it up. But that's all good for a season because all seasons end. It's some long term, some short. But you have to understand, be real with yourself. Like when you leave or when you get dismissed, you could be replaced the next day. Next day. And people will forget about you. I mean, they'll have some talk about whatever happened or why you left or whatever, whatnot. That's going to last for about a season. And after that, they on to the next person. Do not attach your pride and your ego to a position, because you will find out quickly who's in your favor. When all that's taken away from you, you'll quickly find out who is running things. God, of course. And understand, like, your ego and your pride, that, man, telling you. But, move right along. But, God opened up the floodgates. Like, I started, meeting different people, excellent people. Like, as far as that that works in this realm of entrepreneurship. People, nonprofit leaders. I met Byron Sanders. I met him at South Oak Cliff. But Byron Sanders, he's one of my leadership mentors. Like Byron Sanders, like he was the CEO of Big Thought, and now he has his health organization that he's over now. And also he's, I think, District 5 for Dallas ISD, the board of trustee. And so he's doing a lot of community work, and he's just everywhere. And so I'm just looking up to this guy like, how is he doing it? Like, everybody loves him. Even the white people, they love him. I don't know if I can say that, but they love him. And so, like, I'm just trying to understand, like, as far as the impact that he's making, the positions that he's in, and how can I be like that guy? Because like we always look up to somebody. They're like, no matter what. Like when I was a band director, Derek Walker, I looked up to him. Isaac Griggs, I looked up to him. A lot of other band directors. Wendell Tilford was my band director. He introduced the style to Lamar back in 2000. I was in 8th grade, and so and I actually pledged all his fraternities except Mason. I did Phi Mu Alpha and I did Kappa Alpha Psi. I was.
We're not gonna blame you for one of them.
Oh man. I went to Southern University. And so, like, you know, just like looking up to those mentors. And then, like, so Byron and a couple of others that's out here in Dallas, I started getting in their spaces and learning. And so, like, this was like foreign to me. I'm like, I don't know anything about, like, when it comes to business. I didn't know anything about when it comes to just building a business. I didn't know anything. But it was an aha moment that hit me to make me realize everything I was doing as a band director is now I'm applying to it now. Yeah. Like when it comes to marketing, I had to market my band. When it comes to the finances, I had to budget. Like, okay, we can afford this trip. We can fundraise for this. I had to learn that. I had to learn when it comes to just the organization. You're a leader, so you have other people under you. Like you have section leaders, or may have assistant band directors that's under you. You have to lead. So all of that was in preparation for me to be who I am today, and didn't even realize it. And then so like now when I'm talking to other entrepreneurs and talking to these other people in positions of leadership, it's like now we're talking the same language. And now I'm learning from them as well as they learning from me. I'm like, what y'all learning from me? And so they learning the resilience part of me of not giving up, because they can see where my story, remember I said testimony and packing, they can see where a lot of times where I could have just given up. I could just go back to the land of familiar and just be competent and just doing what I always done. But I had to understand, if you do what you always done, you'll get what you always got. And so that's the process of insanity. And so if you keep doing what you always done in the same circle and expecting change, that's insane, because nothing's going to change. What has to change first as far as it's internal. You have to, in your spirit, it has to change first. Then after that comes your mental. Then after that, the output as far as your reality, everything inside of you comes out. So when you want change, you don't physically change stuff. It has to change internally first. And so me understanding that on the aspect of outside of being a band director, because mind you, I prayed for this. I prayed for the TSMAC to be bigger and better than what it is. I prayed for increase. I prayed for abundance. I prayed for wisdom. And it did not come how I thought it was going to come.
It ain't never going to come the way you think it's going to come.
It did not come the way I thought it was going to come. But at the end of the day, God still had me. He never left. He didn't take me this far just to lead me astray. He did. And it goes for not just me, everybody who's watching this. God has a plan and a purpose for every one of you guys that's out there. So don't ignore your intuition. Don't ignore the spirit that's telling you what to do. That's God talking to you. Build that relationship. And when you pray, don't pray like you're begging. Like God knows your heart. Don't be praying like you're begging. You talk to God. You have a conversation. There's no platform. There's no structure when it comes like, oh God, I know some awesome prayers out there. They can shut it down. But God knows your heart. He speaks to you. You have to listen. One, God give you 2 ears and 1 mouth. He wants you to listen and then trust. And trust. That's all it is. And understand that we are all in this together. We are all in this together. Regardless if you're black, white, Hispanic, brown, green, whatever you got going on. We are all in this together because everybody is uniquely made to serve a purpose on this earth.
Amen. Well, I generally always do this with every person that I interview. So, Pastor Allen, before we go, what legacy, when it's all said and done, what legacy do you want to leave?
What legacy? I want to leave a legacy that I did the Lord's work. I want to my full capacity, do everything that the Lord has aligned out for me, and understand trust is a big factor. And what I mean by trust, I want people to hear my story. I don't want people to be mesmerized about who I'm connected with, or what favor shown. I want people to understand, like, we are all the same, and you can do all things for the greater good when you put the Lord first. And that legacy, well, I want to be impacted and inspired in everyone, because I want everyone to succeed. I want everyone to do great things. Even my enemies out there. Shout out to my enemies. I want them to do great things as well, because they're a part of the plan and not even knowing they're part of the plan. And when people feel like people are hating on you, understand they're part of the plan too. Because you need your haters to be elevated. Because whether good or bad, you're still getting elevated. But don't go back. Don't go back to what God has brought you out of. So that legacy I want to leave, I want people to be inspired, impact, and understand that we in this together. And togetherness is where it's at. Building TSMAC is Christian led, like spirit led, and that spirit moves in people. Like you said earlier, like TesMac has grown. Yeah. Our summer camp, our power camp, we had 42 tubers. Like, and it's still gonna get bigger, because it's, man, like, to whom much is given, much is required.
Yeah. All right. Well, you guys heard it here first, man. This has been a super dope interview. Hey, y'all heard it. Share it out. I'm telling you, there's a bunch of nuggets in here that you can. I'm telling you, everywhere, man. So again, man, I appreciate y'all watching, man. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Appreciate you, brother Allen. And we'll see you all next time. Peace.
All right.